What's up, bitches? This is episode what, 4?
Yes.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, nice. Look at
Numero
that.
cuatro.
We're making this a habit out of
Our Saturdays.
Yeah, it's pretty fun
This
though.
is the 4th Saturday in a row where we're getting together. Apart from every other day we hang. Anyway, this is Juanse.
Oh yeah, this is Nico,
This is Sebastian.
and we're 3 Juans and a mic.
Welcome. Anyway, how was your guys this week?
So, wait, before that, funny thing.
What's up?
You guys do realize the second episode we were not 3 Juans and a mic.
What
What
were
you
we?
mean?
We were
Or
3 Juans and 2 mics.
Oh,
Was it the second episode?
you know,
or was it the first?
It was.
It was the
It was
first.
the first one.
It was the first episode. Second episode we recorded here.
Okay, then yeah, it was the first episode.
We're never 3 Juans and a mic, just so it's clear.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
We're
3
always-
ones with 3 individual mics.
How did the name come about though? I came up with it because
Nico came up with
I'm
it.
super
We
clever.
were sitting.
I'm the cleverest guy here. I'm just want to point
Shut
that
up.
out.
Maybe you're the cleverest during drinking drunk moments. Anyway, we were sitting around a bonfire that we made in you guys' backyard. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks before Nashville.
Not you guys, the listeners, us in here.
Yes.
You guys are
Juans.
welcome though. You know,
Yeah,
the
what's
more the
up?
merrier.
So
I don't think I can fit everybody in my backyard though. All of our like 6 listeners at this point.
I think we're up to 7.
Oh, y'all should interact with us. You know, send us a message, give us a shout, talk. To
We
us.
have 2 reviews on Apple Podcasts.
How are they? I've only read one of them.
There's only 1 written review, but we have 2 5-star
Oh,
reviews.
I think it's the same
Okay.
person.
How could they rate
How
us
could it be
twice?
Why did you all just both look at me like you're about to hit me? Relax.
It's not like a voting system where you can vote every single day.
Yeah.
You can only rate once.
So if you comment and then you add your star, that's 1 review. And then if someone else adds another star, that's...
You
that's
said
another-
star, and the Mario Bros. Star song came to my head. That's literally all I can think of when you
Invincibility,
said star.
which would be a nice thing to have in the real world right now.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Dude, our 3rd episode, which is going to release this
I
coming
mean,
Wednesday.
it has released by now when this one comes out.
When by the time this one comes out, so our 3rd episode, which will already be live, the numbers that we discussed in that episode, today is March the 21st. So in a week's time, because we recorded that episode last week, the numbers, the number of cases for coronavirus people has doubled.
Yeah, we're talking about
COVID.
coronavirus, guys.
Are
It's
we
crazy.
talking about it again?
Talking about Lady Rona. Little Rona.
Lady Rona.
What is that?
Seriously?
I'm
Really?
so serious.
Did you really just ask that?
Did you take a nap before you started recording? Because that's what I did last week.
Rona? Corona?
Lady Rona.
Lady Rona.
It's a joke.
I don't know if that was the
Jesus
same.
Christ.
Oh,
Let's just
God.
forget about it and move
Have
on.
you been living under a rock?
Let me just take my shot.
Shot. Everybody.
We're drinking a typical Colombian liquor called Aguardiente.
People
which-
say it tastes like
It tastes
licorice.
like the black jelly bean licorice. Yep.
You know, I never had a black licorice. I had the red one.
Are you talking about jelly beans or like
Licorice.
licorice candies?
Like the candy licorice.
It tastes like aguardiente.
Really?
Yep. Pretty disgusting.
So, anyways, what have you guys?
You love to say anyway.
Yeah, you look...
Do I?
It's like... You sound like you're not on a script. Like...
Anyways.
Anyway, guys, so we're back to the show.
Can somebody count the amount of times he says anyways in all the podcasts we've released and just like leave us a comment?
It's so
Like-
funny.
Anyway, guys.
Yo, funny you mentioned that because in the first time that we sat around to record, what was the thing that I always said?
Listen, guys.
No.
But
No,
listen, but listen.
listen. And then I would go on. I literally counted like 12 to 13 times.
But listen. Anyway, guys.
I was just going to say
I
that.
think we all have our little thing that we say.
Yeah, we have a
and
little
never change
repeated
one.
word.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I
never
won't.
change.
We love you like that.
And I don't say that just on the podcast. I say anyways in real day life.
Yeah,
I know,
but
it sounds like you're scripted every day.
when you have a conversation with a person, you never actually pay attention to the things they say. Because
Yo.
I'm pretty sure I think I say like a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been called out on saying like so many times.
I feel like everyone nowadays, since their vocabulary is so...
I thought you were gonna say vacuum. I was like, "Are we cleaning?"
Their
Has this
vocabulary.
quarantine got you that far that you're
Yes.
cleaning?
Yeah. Well, no, I always clean.
Yeah, I'm the one who doesn't clean. Yo, my room was a mess.
Yeah, this guy's
I
disgusting.
took the time to clean it up.
Yeah, I was going to say take advantage.
Take advantage, man.
Hey, man, spring cleaning. First day of spring was...
Yo,
what,
for real.
like
When
2
was
days
that?
ago?
Dude, that's when I cleaned my room. I actually
There you
had
go.
no
The
idea
stars
it was
align.
spring.
Actually, no, the planets align for you.
Yeah, the planets aligned for me. Where's my wife? When you coming? Hit me up on my Instagram, baby. But seriously, I'm pretty lonely. Come on around real quick.
That sounded so creepy and so like, I haven't seen the show You on Netflix, but I've heard like this guy's like super stalkerish.
You know what?
That sounded like
I'm
what you
gonna
just
take
said
a
sounded a little bit
compliment from that
stalkerish.
because you know how many girls complimented this man and said, "I would love to have a whatever the fuck his name is in my life. I'll take it. You know what? I'm right here. Come and change me."
But isn't he like
He's
murderer?
a serial murderer.
Everybody's got some baggage.
I don't think everybody can put up
So,
with that kind of
ladies, if you
baggage.
guys want like a love story, fairy tale type of love, and then die at the end, or more like get killed, hit him up.
It's
Nico
my
underscore Montoya.
There you go. You memorized it.
I've always memorized it. I memorized all my best friends'
Oh,
IGs.
That is a little creepy too. But hey, you know.
You know, he sat in front of the house for like 30 minutes on his car
I did not.
before he came inside.
It was like 5 minutes. I was watching an episode of Hot Ones. If you guys haven't seen the show, it's an episode where celebrities.
It's like girls going wild with like hot ones.
No, it's not, you idiot. It's a YouTube series where basically they interview celebrities with progressively hotter wings. And I had posted a story of me eating a hot wing. I was actually with Sebas. He recorded me.
But did you cry?
No, but I sweat a lot.
He almost passed out.
You almost passed out.
I did get a little lightheaded.
Dang.
He almost passed
It was pretty hot.
He's
You
like,
you gotta train for this stuff, man. You gotta start slow.
I worked my way up there. I didn't go to the hottest sauce
I don't
to
mean on
start
the
off.
same day.
Oh,
I mean
Yeah.
like progressively.
I've been eating hot sauce a lot since I started watching the show. But anyway,
So you want to talk about
there
your
I
shits?
go again. There I go again. Say it anyway.
he will never learn.
He will never learn.
So Nico,
So Juanse.
how do you plan on passing? Say your job gets quarantined. I know that right now your job has given you, I guess, a reassignment, if you will.
My job is not closing, man.
Mine isn't either. Mine is considered what's it
Essential?
called? Essential business. They gave us a little placard to put in our car in case, with curfews going on and
I
stuff.
want one of those because I want to drive around. I'm just kidding. That's all selfish. No, but I know. I think my job is also gonna be deemed essential. To be honest with you.
So Juan, whenever you're not working, can I borrow that plaque so I can put it in my car and just drive around?
Well, you know what? We have the solution to record the episodes. You just drive over here with the plaque.
Yeah, the biggest issue is gonna be my parents' peace of mind. They were tripping of me coming here today.
We're not sick yet.
I know, and I'm saying that I told them I was like, I'm not gonna walk to their house. I'm gonna remind and
it's
remind.
big crowds.
I said remind instead of remain.
Oh,
Remind. Okay, remind.
I catch myself when I mess up.
Yeah, go ahead and remind yourself not to say that again.
Locked.
Anyways.
So
No, I was
anyways.
Like,
Hey, you freaking bastards! I just got it.
but Florida hasn't been placed. Not being like the beans.
Jelly beans.
Like jelly beans.
Guys, FY, we're like taking ESOL classes here with the podcast, so we're trying to learn a little bit of English as we go.
Anybody wanna be my teacher?
So please bear with us for the
Yeah.
time being.
Anyways.
You bastards! Now I feel like you're just saying it to make fun of me.
I actually did it without thinking at that point.
I'm gonna look at you every time you say that word. And you.
So
say
anyways,
Well, Florida hasn't been placed under quarantine. Like, we haven't been made to stay home.
Yeah, it hasn't been
Sheltered to
mandatory.
home. Not yet.
well, I've already been sent home from work. So like I'm actually
no,
working.
that's
from
actually.
home.
I find that to be very progressive of your job to be taking those measures that early on.
Well, funny thing. So we started working from home this week on Monday, right?
Mhm.
2 or 3 days after the little corporate building we work at, there's several, like, it's a huge building, right? It's a corporate park. And by the other side of where my company stays, one of the employees was positive for coronavirus, like 2 days
man.
after they sent us home.
Dun dun dun.
We were like, holy crap. Good
Yeah,
thing
but
we're
see,
like,
your job can do that because your job can be done from home. They can give
Oh,
you a
yeah.
laptop to come and work from home. They're not gonna give me $300,000 to come and distribute to members.
They're lost.
No, my loss, because I wouldn't give it out to members.
Do you think eventually the branches will close, the ones that have drive-thrus? Because I know you told me that's all that's operating right now.
They will only close the drive-through branches if it's mandated by the government.
So basically just a matter of time.
And if they're deemed non-essential. Because even if there's a total,
But, okay, even if it's deemed an essential business, if it's mandated to everybody else, who's going to come to the drive-thru?
That is a good point.
No
I
one.
did not think about that.
I know that eventually...
People that have the plaque like you guys.
Yeah, that's
for
what I was going to say.
businesses.
Non-essential,
No, but eventually, we've already been told that once everybody's equipped with a laptop and the technology is tested that we can work from home. I can already work from home, but we're talking about the call center agents that actually receive calls.
Yeah.
So once that technology is set up on their laptops that they're getting to provision this, situation.
Oh.
What did you say?
Service.
Oh, well, sort of.
They're not prostitutes.
We still provide a service. We're just the ones. Actually,
Juanse may be one.
I'm not.
Elaborate.
Except he doesn't charge the people.
Ooh.
He does it for free.
That's called a hoe.
Hey.
Not even a gigolo. Because a gigolo, you get money.
What about a bigelow?
Anyways.
So yeah. Eventually I'll be working from home soon.
So what do you plan to do on your time at home? Because I've already run out of things and I haven't been quarantined.
I don't even know, man.
Well, Nico, quarantine is basically your whole life put together. And nothing will change for you. Because that's already what you do.
Listen.
Hermit.
My lifestyle is very particular. Right? Because I'm an introvert.
Literally, this guy, everything he does is he comes home from work. If he doesn't go to the gym, he lays in bed and watches anime.
Bro, there's so many good shows. I can get whoever's interested. I can give some good animes.
How about you give some recommendations of shows that you watch on a regular basis?
The real OG right now, Dragon Ball Z. If you haven't, get into it. Watch it. No matter how old you are,
Dragon Ball Super.
Here, since
all the Dragon Balls, man. All the Dragon Balls.
Since we're having a little video recording, just for fun, I'm pointing at the camera. The Dragon Ball Z
or just
shot
look at
glass.
Instagram. We have the shot glass.
Oh yeah, send the stories. Anyway, otra vez. Here I go again.
There's also, I used to be a big hater of Naruto, but I watched it and it's pretty good. Demon Slayer, I just started watching that one. It's pretty good. I actually already finished it.
Do you watch them in English or Japanese?
I actually watch them in Japanese with the subtitles.
Okay,
that's how I watch them.
You like the
the original?
Yes, there you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. There's a whole bunch. I mean, just shoot me some suggestions. Ask me through my Instagram. I'll give you some really good suggestions.
Okay.
I'm big into anime. I'm also learning how to write Java, by the way. I don't just lay in bed. And, I'm trying to do something with my time.
Something productive.
Java just started yesterday, by the way. He's been in quarantine for the past year and a half.
I was learning how to play the guitar then every now and again. Well, sharpen my skills in the guitar. Everybody's just looking at me like, what the fuck? All right, so what else can we do?
If you haven't seen the show, The Office,
those are Netflix suggestions that you're going into.
That is a Netflix suggestion, and we know our friend Andres just recently got into The Office,
and he loved it.
Yep,
yeah, he was one
of the biggest
haters.
I wouldn't say a hater, but he wasn't a believer.
Andres,
he wasn't a believer of the show.
You a hater.
He wasn't a believer of the show, but he's already shouted me out twice in his story for putting him on
that's
the
what
show.
I was gonna say. He's been posting a lot about it, and that's impressive. That's impressive for him.
From a non-believer to a
believer.
Yeah, I was thinking of a better word.
A beaver, a believer.
To an advocate.
An advocate. Okay.
Yeah, believer is more like.
Sebas, what are you planning on doing during quarantine? Once it's mandated and you can't leave.
Nothing.
It's America, land of the free.
No, I'm actually kind of holding a couple in-house workout sessions, trying to maintain a little bit.
Will you be sharing this with the public? And how can we get a hold of your workouts in case some people don't really know where to start?
Well, it sucks for them. I'm not sharing anything.
Oh, fuck you all day.
No, I'm kidding. Nah, I'm gonna post them on my fitness Instagram. If you guys are not following, it's at Sebas M Fitness,
Spell it out for those who can't spell.
or that can't understand my accent, which is it's okay. Understand. SEBAS letter M as in Mary, Fitness FITNESS. I'm gonna post a couple stories in there, and then I'm gonna break down a few exercises. And I'll put them on as a post so you guys see the reason and why I'm doing some of the exercises. And I'm also doing some cardio for the time being, since we're not fully quarantined. I'm also going for bike rides, which is a great time to go for a bike ride.
I'm gonna join you tomorrow on that.
But I think all the gyms, I was gonna say globally, but I have no idea. All the gyms, at least in Florida and most states, have closed already.
Yeah. I think there was still one open
Here in Florida?
Yeah, University of Fitness.
Oh, okay.
I think someone posted a story like a day ago.
Coral Springs, said that they have to close all the gyms.
But they're not in Coral Springs.
Oh, but that's why I said Coral Springs, because I wasn't sure what it was.
Oh yeah, that brings me to another topic. The local gym that I worked for laid me off.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so they sent me a nice little email.
It wasn't
saying,
just you though. It was everybody.
Oh no, yeah,
works
it was
there.
everyone for that worked at a gym. So the only people that didn't get laid off with the company was like GMs and like corporate offices. So
it's crazy.
that. It's
It's actually starting to, in our third episode, we talked about how it's affecting us, but you hadn't suffered, that job loss.
Yeah, no. And here's the thing. So luckily that was like a side hustle that I had, kind of like to improve a little bit more, like, with clients and things like that.
Kind of like solidify your certificate.
Yeah.
And get that clientele.
Which, when it happened, I was okay with it. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It was bound to happen given that the circumstances, like no one's going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel bad for the people that actually rely on that one job. Now they have nothing.
And supposedly the government is going to give aid. So to me, that's very disrespectful to take the decision before you know whether or not the government is going to be providing aid. Because they've been discussing it to provide businesses with money to be able to cover payroll charges, right? Or payroll costs. And for them to a decision hasn't been made. They don't know whether they're getting or not. And yet they're still just laying everybody off. That's a slap in the face if I have seen one.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a very difficult situation.
It is.
I don't think in my lifetime I ever thought I was going to be living through a time where we faced a global pandemic.
Yeah.
This could be the end of the world as we know it.
No, for sure the world is going to change.
It's certainly going to change it, for real.
It's
So much.
definitely going to be different.
After all of this passes,
I'm about to go crazy with all my conspiracy theories, and I don't want to put them out here because people are going to stop listening to us because they got a kook in the house.
Well, no, think about it. So right now with how things change so far, and with all the stimulus package of the government's pulling out and trying to save businesses and things like that, the Federal Reserve's already having to print out trillions of dollars. So that's basically going to change the economy as is. And the way we see the money, right? The worth of like paper money. Right now, our paper money is not worth anything. It's back behind interest charges that the Federal Reserve charges the banks to loan out that money, right? Before in 19...
Say that in English now.
as in, not that you mispronounced anything, just for the common folk that don't understand what you're saying.
So, back in the 1970s, when Nixon removed the goal from backing the dollar.
It's a history class, everybody.
Just a little bit, so you guys can learn and be prepared for what's coming in the
He's a
next
citizen, in case y'all didn't think based on his accent.
So when Nixon took out the act to remove the dollar from the goal from backing the dollar did not have any worth, right? So what they decided to do is the way they were gonna back the dollar was by
our hopes and dreams.
Pretty much was. They were going to charge an interest. The Federal Reserve was going to charge an interest on any money that was loaned out by banks. So the Federal Reserve, although it has federal in it, doesn't really belong to any type of government, right?
They're their own entity.
Yeah, exactly. So what they do is they have the power to print out money and loan it to big banks such as Chase, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, things like. Although Bank of America, because of 2008, they're not really a big bank anymore. But anyway,
I don't like them.
So
A lot of people don't.
that's how they have a value behind the dollar by the interest charges. So right now, since the Federal Reserve decided to have zero interest charge on any loans they have, the businesses that
Now,
were
that 0%, so people don't get confused, is only for the banks and people lending directly from the Federal Reserve. It doesn't mean that you can go to your bank and ask for a 0% loan. Because I had this happen to me. Somebody came in and said, "Hey, I heard you guys are giving 0% loans," and I said, "Well, you hear wrong, because that is the Fed's to other lending institutions, not to the public."
Exactly. So there you go. So what happens is when money is being asked to the Federal Reserve, there wasn't enough money for businesses to keep afloat. So that's what they're trying to do now, is to give out more bailouts. So they're printing out more money, which is causing inflation. So there's gonna be more paper money.
Businesses buy floats?
Huh?
Do they have a parade?
What?
Businesses to keep afloat?
This guy.
For the Macy's.
For the Macy's parade.
Yeah, in New York.
Thanksgiving parade. Afloat.
This guy.
We're going to see banks holding
Is
floats.
it a Thanksgiving parade or a New Year's parade?
It's a
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving parade, you
But they also have a
swine.
New Year's.
No,
Parade in
Thanksgiving
New York's
parade.
parade.
There's
When
no
the
New
hell have you
Year's.
seen people talk
Yo,
about the New Year's parade?
I swear to God.
Wrong country, fool.
No, in this country, when I got to this country back in 99, for like the following couple of years after that, the day after New Year's, so New Year's Day,
It had to stop at 2004 because that's when I got here and I never heard of a New Year's Day parade.
then it could have happened that way because,
Somebody fact check this fool.
yo, in New York, I don't know why I'm looking at the camera. We're not even going to post this.
You never know. There might be some good. You should have seen me take that shot. When I took that last shot, I made the funniest face in the world. I think you need to post that.
Okay.
I'm gonna look like a fool.
I'll look for it.
That's
But
the
anyway.
word of the day. I pity the fool.
All right, Andy Bernard. I pity the fool who has to listen to me talk like this all day long. I was about to say the magic word. The A word. Anyways. So that parade, I saw it I saw it for a couple of years, that they would have like the floats going down whatever avenue they had it in New York. No, it was definitely New Year's. It was not Thanksgiving when I saw it.
I don't know.
Another idea.
I promise.
You know what? During this quarantine time, I'm gonna fact check everything you say.
Okay. Go for it.
I also have a list here. You know,
The internet is a funny place. It's a very diverse place with very
hilarious.
interesting ideas.
It's a rabbit hole.
I started
It
looking.
is.
So I was thinking, how does quarantine? So when they measured quarantine, I said to myself, who spends their whole time locked up inside four walls doing nothing?
Nico, that's who.
Okay, no, that people that are obligated to do it by the law, prisoners, right? In jail, you have to be there, you have to stay there, right? So I said, maybe it's good to see what they do. Maybe we can implement some of those things into our daily lives.
I don't think you want to see what they do.
Especially not in the shower.
I don't know why you guys are taking it there, but I came across like 3 really funny facts that I don't know if they're true. And if somebody that's listening to us has been in jail, why are you pouring another shot? If somebody that's listening to us has been in jail and maybe they can tell me whether this happens or not, I'd be really interested. So one of the facts says,
Or if you're in jail listening to this, which I don't know how you would do that, but hey, props.
Write us a letter. We'll get a P.O. box. One of the facts says, pretend to be someone else. So you're sitting in your jail cell and you imagine that you're the warden.
Maybe they're pretending like they didn't do the crime.
Maybe they could pretend to be.
Isn't that what 99% of them are doing?
They could pretend
There
to
you
be
go.
an undercover cop.
They can pretend to be an undercover cop. There's a movie about that. I always reference movies. This tells you guys that I do spend a lot of time watching TV.
Yeah, he doesn't do much for his life.
There was another one, and it says the only thing it says was guess the crime. And the description basically goes on to say that there's an unspoken rule when you go to prison where you're not supposed to ask other people what they're in there for. So the game basically makes you learn about their personality, learn about themselves, and figure out what their crime was.
Didn't you figure this out from like movies? every time someone goes to the prison, they don't necessarily ask the person that's like they're
But
curious
they
about. They
usually tell
always
us.
ask someone next to them like, "Hey, so what's is he here for?"
But I don't think you're supposed
Oh,
to do
he
that
killed
either.
like 20 people. Like, oh, okay. No.
Hey, buddy, my best friend.
Yeah, you go try to be
Don't
friends with the murderer because
Don't make me 21.
You might piss him off. And then the last one that I thought was pretty funny was make a fake escape plan. So I hope they don't mean like write it down, because if they do like regular cell checks, they might actually think you're trying to break out.
exactly. Just keep it in your mind
But none of those apply to our life right now
at all.
at all.
I mean,
You know,
you can't plan an escape.
the first thing
But
that comes to
you
mind
can also
for
pretend
me,
to be somebody else.
well, here's the thing. The first thing that comes into mind when I hear quarantine is the Simpsons movie that came out like back in 2008, where they put the dome
Oh my
over the
God.
city. That's the thing that like comes into my head. I'm like, holy fuck! What
And
if
I've
we-
seen memes coming up about that.
Yeah, what if we get locked in like a dome?
I mean, we don't have that.
That we know of.
Technology. I was elected to lead, not to read.
Yes. I love that line.
Hey, I saw a video today from like this. I don't know if it's like a podcast or whatever, but they have a show, right? And they were talking about how the Simpsons literally have announced or predicted every single fucking thing that's happened.
Did
Like,
you forget that we talked about this like last?
no, but here's the thing: they actually had like
A
facts.
list.
Yeah, like a list, and they were
Of everything that they've predicted?
yeah, and the dome could be one of those things.
My God, he's totally right. We can't say it's not true, but
But
they
the-
can't put a dome around the whole world at this point because everybody's contagious, contaminated.
Infected.
Infected. There you go.
Contaged.
Contagious.
I mix contaminated and
Contagious.
caged, and I put it into one word.
Contaged.
We're-
Again, that's
we're-
the word you said.
Yeah. Contagious. I don't know where it came from.
I think you were thinking of the word caged, contagious, and contaminated.
Maybe.
All into
Maybe
one.
it sounds like very plausible.
Plausible.
Plausible. That is a word. Look it up.
Plausible.
Yes,
Plausible.
that's correct.
Like
I-
applause
I
and
ca-
able.
No.
What?
Plausible. Plus. Like plus.
No, that's a plus. It starts
Yeah,
with
but
an
you
A.
take the A away from it.
All right. So Sebas doesn't know English, and we already established this a couple of podcasts ago.
Oh yeah, from episode 1.
Guys, I was
Anyways.
also shut up. I was coincidentally looking at a list as well.
But wait, you guys didn't let me finish my history
Oh, I
class, my economy
apologize.
class. Oh no, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
But
Oh.
I'm
we,
just
had, we
saying.
had enough of
Oh,
that.
so you just wanted to say that we didn't let you finish?
Yeah, just
Oh.
wanted to point that out.
We apologize.
Next time, write it down.
You guys feel bad,
We don't.
but you will.
I am not making eye contact in regret to cutting you off.
Are you a dog? I mean, you are a dog, but
I'm not. Okay, so what? I was not gonna say anyways. Don't give me that face. Do you guys think this would be a good idea? During quarantine, text all your exes just in case you have one more thing to get off your chest.
Hell the fuck no, I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on this one.
You texted your ex. Were you like?
I said I'm gonna plead the fifth. On
Were you like,
this.
oh, this quarantine made me realize that I could have never quarantined your love out of my heart.
That's a good one. Maybe I'll use it next time.
You don't have to reply back. With a picture of Future looking at his phone like,
Oh, like the Wolverine picture holding the picture frame.
oh yeah.
Yeah, just like touching it sentimentally. Okay. Another thing that I saw on this list was actually catch up on your podcast.
Hold up.
What's up?
Would you text your ex?
Me?
Yeah.
Which one? He's got like 100.
I do not have 100 exes.
Okay, hookups. Consider them the same thing.
They're not the same thing. They're not the same thing. Exes and hookups are different.
I don't have any hookups.
No, I
so
think
I only have
anything
exes.
that
I'm a good boy.
ever had to say, I've said.
Did you congratulate both of them?
The ones that got engaged?
All right, Chuck.
Hey, listen, I provide a very special service. If you've dated me at some point, you will find true love within a year or two.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way. Because most of my exes after me, they end up with like long relationships.
Yeah,
What is
I-
that? What is it about Juan Sebastian's? You and I, Sebas.
you're not good enough.
We got that good dick. Who got that good dick?
I got that big dick.
Any Key and Peele fans know that skit.
But yeah,
Can
for
I
some,
test
I
it?
have no idea. For some reason, like, and I just happened to like run into something that no, they're doing on the social media, and they're like on relationships. And I'm like, holy
They have
fuck,
found
like,
the love of their lives.
yeah, and I'm hey, look,
They
congratulations,
left
like,
me.
best to both of y'all, whatever. But I'm just like, damn, like, like,
Yep.
hey,
So
Anyways,
one of the other things, I'm sorry that I cut you off earlier about your finance. You cut me off, but I didn't lose my train of thought. So the other thing that I saw on the list was to catch up on podcasts.
or you can start your own podcast. And for anyone who's interested or looking to get into the podcasting world, we have been using Anchor as our host, which is a completely free podcast hosting platform.
And not only that, but it's also very user-friendly, and it has the creation tools that allow you to edit and record from your phone or computer. Plus, it also allows you to monetize with no minimum listenership. But my favorite thing of all is the fact that they do all the legwork for you and distribute your podcast.
to get started, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm.
Sebas, I know that you're also starting a fitness regime here in the house during quarantine.
We already talked about
Did you?
Yeah, but I'll be here tomorrow. We're going to go ride the bikes. Are you going to do anything tomorrow for that?
I can. So, what I was doing before when I was going to the gym, I had a program that was 4 days on, 1 day off, 4 days on, 1 day off, right, throughout the week. When I started doing the whole in-house exercises, I switched it to like 3 days full body exercises, and then the other remaining days just doing cardio. I'm actually gonna switch it up and do like every single day like full body circuits, and do cardio every day. So yeah, I'm probably gonna add it in to my routine.
Okay.
You interested?
I'll be here.
All
Okay.
right.
So if anyone's interested, you guys are more than welcome to follow me in my Instagram. My fitness Instagram is, once again, Sebas M Fitness. That's at SEBAS, letter M as in Mary, Fitness. Or if you're just gonna want to see my regular day-to-day, my personal Instagram is Sebas K24. Same spelling.
And if
Different letters.
And if I can't even talk today. And if anybody's interested in any good anime shows, I can help with that. You can follow me at Nico_Montoya. That's NIKO_MONTOYA.
And I don't have anything special to offer, but if you want to follow me, you can follow Juan of a Kind. Who did not silence their
You know, that's not going to come up on the thing because it was actually the computer.
Ignore what I just said. I actually sing a lot in my stories. So if you're interested in hearing a lot of
If you need a rainy day.
Yeah. I actually get asked quite often what song I'm singing.
Because they can't understand it.
Maybe.
But what's your Instagram?
It is Juan of a Kind.
And how do you spell that?
JUANOFAKIND.
Pretty good. And also, don't forget to share, like, do whatever the hell you want.
Follow us on Spotify.
Rate us.
Yep.
Comment if you can comment on. No.
Follow our social medias. We got at 3 Juans and a Mic. That's going to be Instagram. We got at 3 Juans and a Mic. That's going to be Twitter. We got 3 Juans and a Mic and Facebook.
Yep.
Oh, and youtube.com/3 Juans on the mic.
Oh, yeah. We do got a YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now we're just posting the
sound
whole
clips.
podcast, the sound clip. Eventually we'll get to video.
We started today, but this is just a test. So you might get to see some of these clips. You might see me picking my nose because I was doing that earlier.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I won't do you like that.
It's all right. I'm embarrassed enough.
Okay.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys for tuning in for the 4th episode.
Yeah.
Much love.
Catch us on
And
Wednesdays.
Catch
Keep
us
it
every
rolling.
Wednesday and give us some feedback. We love to interact with you guys.
Peace.
Peace.